There's a movie that is opening in limited release this weekend that will be in wider release soon. It's from Focus Features. It is called Tar. It stars Cate Blanchett as a tortured artist. She is a world-renowned composer. She is an EGOT. You know, she's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. She's one of the few people who've won an EGOT. Her character, and her character also happens to be gay. She is a lesbian. The movie is not about her being a lesbian. She just happens to be. This is the kind of story. This is where bros failed. The whole movie is about the sexuality. This movie is not about her sexuality. It just happens to be gay. She's also a composer that is smarter than you, cares more than you, is more talented than you, and she lets you know it. She's incredibly arrogant, filled with hubris, and disdain for anyone that doesn't recognize her wild talent. She is surrounded by luxury in Europe, where she has a, I guess, do they call it a conservancy, where she puts on performances with an orchestra that she personally chooses the people that appear in her orchestra. The trouble is that she plays favorites. She plays favorites with people she may have her eye on, and gets herself into what one might call a Me Too situation. And if this were played by a man, it would be sort of blatantly obvious. And this film is a comment about, do people in power abuse that power, I think, regardless of their gender? And I would say that that's true. But what I think is interesting is that have the ability to abuse their power, not that they will do it, but have the capability of it. What's interesting about it is, I mean, one, just visually, this movie just had me. The sound in this film, the sound and the sound design, she's especially sensitive, to sound. So if she hears like a sound in the distance that is troubling, she'll try to stop it. But Cate Blanchett she's a lock for being nominated for Best Actress. So you'll be hearing about this movie during award season. She will be nominated, if not win. It's a type of role that an actress doesn't normally get to play. And this will spark a debate. This will spark a debate about this, what the movie's trying to say, which the movie is commenting on modern cancer culture, because she gets caught in this. It's one of the best scenes in the movie. She's teaching a class at a university, and this Black gentleman is saying, well, you know, as a BIPOC, this, whatever, artist, I don't really feel that the white male composer, and she just rips him apart about all his woke nonsense. It's a great scene in the movie that had everyone in the theater laughing. Like, she just rips woke culture apart, and it's awesome. Trouble is, someone was taking video footage of her while she was doing this that leaked online. And this leads to, you know, in addition to her dalliances with people she favors in the orchestra, and a woman who may have been driven to suicide because her reputation was ruined. She's ostracized. Her life begins to unravel. You end up finding out that Lydia Tarr is not her real name. She's originally from, looks to be Jersey, and her real name is Linda. And she built this facade, this fake image of herself. I'm not going to get into spoilers about the film. I probably already said too much, but this is one of my favorite movies of the year. I think it's going to spark a big debate in this sense. That one, I think it's refreshing to see a woman be a complete asshole in a movie. I mean, she's cruel. She's an asshole. She's entitled. But a lot of the behavior is something that you would see traditionally done by a male character. that would be unlikable, right? So why is it then women appearing to be assholes in movies, they just take on male attributes? I don't think that you necessarily need to go that way. This was a discussion at the Q&A. And if you're a member of the Film Threat YouTube channel, I'll be posting video that I shot from the quick Q&A session. I was like in the third row in the theater, so I had a good shot of Cate Blanchett. She discusses her role. So it's like a 5-minute video just for members. But Alan, you need to see this movie in a theater.
Yeah, I do.
Please see it in a theater. It's only playing in one theater in Los Angeles. It's at the Grove in Los Angeles. I am dying to see this movie in a theater again. It's but the thing that's innovative about it is normally roles that women take on that go to win Oscars are, she's a champion. She's a champion for social justice. Look, she's abused. She's abused and belittled by the horrible men in the movie, and she puts on this great performance. Nobody fucks with Tar. Okay, in this movie, nobody fucks with her, and they find out very quickly, if you cross her, what the consequences are. She's very political and thinks she's very strategic in the way that she has relationships, and it's but it's not unkind. It's not an unkind view of her. It's not unflattering in some respects. You respect her because she is so wildly talented when it comes to music. And the ending of the movie, I'm not going to give away the ending of the movie. I had to stop for a second and say, wait, what? The ending will blow your mind when you think about it, because there's a line, a very casual line at the beginning of the film that she kind of brushes off, that pays off at the end. That's so good that I thought it was awesome. So yeah.
So is this a female Harvey Weinstein story then?
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, she's not as monstrous as Harvey Weinstein in terms of, rape and whatnot. Yeah. But
she uses her sexuality to get what she wants.
She uses, I would say she uses more her intelligence than sexuality, but she is very strategic and transactional in her relationships, with friends and people she's surrounded by. So she gets what she wants.
Yeah, and she thrives off the power that she's built in herself.
Exactly. But what's refreshing about this is, yeah, women can be assholes. Women can be cruel. Women can use feminine wiles to get what they want, no matter who it hurts.
Yeah.
And she hurts a lot of people in this. The thing that saves it is it's Cate Blanchett doing it. So you're kind of like, well, I like Cate Blanchett. She was good in that one Thor movie. That was the good Thor movie, Ragnarok. And she's fantastic. So
women can be as flawed as men, basically.
Women can be as flawed as men. Who knew? But I'm so tired of, when you look back at like women who have won Oscars, many of them were victims, meaning the character was a victim. She is not a victim. Okay. She is not a victim. There are victims in the movie for sure that have suffered, but wow. And it's also just I just also like, cause you like her. She's really likable. Like, she is gonna. This is going to be the best symphony ever. This is going to be the greatest thing ever. What do you not like about Beethoven? What's wrong with Beethoven? He's a cis white male, and she comes at her students for that criticism. It's that takedown scene of woke, but it comes back to bite her, And what I love about it is it doesn't lay any judgment. It's not saying that what the black student is saying is wrong. This is where the culture is now, right? He tries to sort of, it's great because it's like the type of conversation that's being had in universities constantly. That's, you and I would find irritating, and it just goes for it. That scene, like when it got to that scene, which is early in the film, I'm like, oh my God, I love this movie. But then it came back to bite her. Oh, it's so good. So, this is one of the best films I've seen this year. It is a lock for Best Actress for Cate Blanchett, and the screenplay is fantastic. Cate Blanchett doesn't leave anything. Like she is, and you've seen this is what's great. We were talking about John David Washington earlier from Amsterdam. He's the same in every movie. Cate Blanchett is very different in her films, and this is a part unlike any other.